Welcome to Spirits and Supernatural. I'm Jenny.
I'm Dawn.
And today we have another guest in-house. She's been here before. Things got a little heated last time she was here, so try to keep it on the cool side. Thanks for joining us, Jen.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to come back.
Good. I'm glad that we didn't scare you off.
Yeah, impossible.
Excellent.
Well, Jen is Dawn's little bestie, and so we're going to call this Dawn's birthday podcast because we were recording it 3 days before her birthday. Mm-hmm. So let's do it. Happy birthday, Dawn.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yay.
Are you going to be 35?
Plus a little bit. Yes, exactly. That is correct. Mm-hmm. Ish.
35 is a baker's dozen.
35 and 24 months?
13 is a bit.
You know what I mean. We're rounding.
What?
What are you
30 where it's around. Never mind.
Okay. Well,
I was trying to be clever, and it fell flat.
It's okay. I thought it was hilarious. I'm sorry that your friend didn't like it.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so today we're going to talk about Claire Novak.
Yay.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't love Claire. Did you love Claire?
I do.
Good.
Enjoy Claire.
Take it off. Take it off. Keep it on. Just take off with it. Take it off. Oh my gosh.
I will be remaining clothed. Thank you.
It's not that kind of podcast. Good thing we're not recording, like with video.
Oh my heavens.
The drink that we're going to be making today, ironically enough, after the way we just started, is called Sex on the Beach. So here we go.
Here we go.
Keep it on and let's make the drink.
Let's make the drink.
Yeah.
I love that we're doing Sex on the Beach, by the way, because Dawn messaged me a couple days ago, and she said, what cocktail do you think would represent Claire? And I thought about it a second. I said, Sex on the Beach.
That's what I said
And
immediately,
she was like, Jenny said the same. I was like, that feels like serendipity right there. It has to be that. Now, I'm curious why you picked Sex on the Beach for Claire, though.
Because it just sounded like a grown-up drink, and she would want to be a grown-up. She tried very hard to be a grown-up. I mean, she tried to, sneak beer drinks and wine drinks and stuff like that, but I just felt like Sex on the Beach, to her, would feel like a grown-up drink.
Now, see, I picked it because I wrote my own fan fiction in my head, and I'm imagining the scene where Dean takes Claire to a bar thinking that he's buying her first drink, right? And thinks is the key word. He thinks he's buying her first drink. And she sits down at the bar and she gives that little sly smile and she says, I'll have a sex on the beach, with the emphasis on the sex, as she deadpans Dean. And he goes, nope, 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 she'll have a beer. Because Dean just imagining the idea of Claire talking about sex. He's like, nope, not happening.
Yeah, I can see that.
That was the scene that played in my head.
I love how in the 2 seconds it took you to respond to Dawn about what to do, that the whole scene went through your head.
Scene.
Yeah, she made up a whole thing.
It's like you were in...
It's like I followed Mark's advice. I wrote my own fan fiction.
Yeah.
I think that's like kind of a thing, though, when people bring up this idea. We've watched the show so many times that we can almost write our own scenes in our head, and you get this idea that like how the characters are going to react and behave.
And we've talked about this before. Like, there'll be certain songs that you'll hear, like rock songs, and we're like, that was never in the show, but I can imagine it being in the show, and I can see like the whole sequence of like, we're busting up a vampire ring, and you can see the whole montage in your head to that song. So it's great how that kind of leaves an impression on you.
So Dawn is mixing up our cocktail right now, and Sex on the Beach it's a really simple cocktail. It is 1 ounce of vodka, 1 ounce of peach schnapps, 3 ounces of orange juice, and 3 ounces of cranberry juice. Ouches. If you want to do a mocktail, I would say you could just use peach juice, orange juice, cranberry juice, and I would probably top it off with some Sprite.
Club soda.
Yeah, I don't like club soda, so I always go with Sprite, but you're absolutely right. It's just a drink I don't like.
That's fair.
So,
club soda is always, if you enjoy club soda anyway, can be just a really good mixer for just about anything.
It's
quite
pretty.
a color, yeah.
That is pretty.
I like it.
Kind of looks like grapefruit juice.
Oh, it does. We don't have any garnishes or anything for it. All right, so we have established that Dawn likes Claire.
I think she was a great character. Yeah.
What about you, Jen? Do you have feelings?
I do like Claire.
Did you like her from the very beginning?
I did.
I'm not talking about the child.
No, not the child. Yeah, from
when we first meet her and she's like a little
correct
thing.
No, I did like Claire from the beginning. Not in that first episode where like Cass first possesses her and she's like, oh no. Yeah, or her dad, you know, Jimmy, not Castiel, is like, no, I'll take him back because you can't have my daughter. Not in that episode, but when we see her again for the first time after that, I did like her from the beginning. Although I think they tried to recreate in those later seasons different versions of Claire that just didn't quite hit the same as being Claire. Like they had met so many other characters where they were like the young hunters coming up and trying to be all angsty, and they just didn't quite have the same vibe that Claire did. So,
all right. Well, Dawn has already successfully poured our drinks.
So easy.
This doesn't get a full swig on ease of making. I don't know it will. We need to clink.
Right, clink.
Clink, clink. It was a double clink.
It's juice.
Yeah,
it's juice,
that's
yeah.
all I taste. All I mostly taste is orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
that's probably a good follow-up for you guys after the drink you had before this episode.
I don't know. I've had a lot of rum now.
So that is a little different because we just had a little bit of rum left. So Jenny's has rum in it.
Yeah, just
and
finished.
ours has vodka in it.
Okay.
Which is going to have a little bit of a different flavor. But.
Yeah, I just finished off the rum. Took us almost a year to finish off a whole bottle of rum. So when I watched it the very first time through, I did not like Claire. I don't know if it was the actress. I don't know. I thought she was rather, I don't know. I thought she was a pain in the butt. But as I watched it again, because I binged it so quickly. And when you're binging it really fast, things just all blur together and stuff. I kind of started having a lot more empathy for her because Cass took her dad from her and got him killed, and then is responsible for her mother leaving as well. You know, she had a horrible life. The little girl, I think the little girl one, in the flashback scene, and when Cass comes and takes Jimmy for the first time, and she's like, "Daddy, I am not your father." That was just so
Cruel,
mean, and sad. And I thought it was really.
Well, that's like really Castiel before he like starts to understand human emotions and the need for connection and everything. He's just very straight to the point,
robotic.
But how terribly traumatic for her to. Oh, yeah. I'm not your father. He disappears. Her mom ships her off to be with her grandma. Her grandma dies.
Yeah,
and she's left in
foster
homes.
Yeah,
and just has a terrible time.
Runs away constantly, and then finds herself with that one foster guy. Randy? I think it's Randy.
Yeah, that sounds
Randy.
Right.
The most absolute creepiest creep in the planet. He owes money. You know, he's using these kids to go and get money, and then they're like, if you don't have the money, I'll take a shot at that blonde, which was disgusting on its own because she's underage in this, and he's like, okay, she's in that room. Oh, that was just so,
It's Randy. I just checked.
And the fact that, he so willingly was just going to turn her over to that guy.
How skeevy, how gross. Yeah.
And she still kind of defended Randy. Do you think she didn't get it? Do you think that she didn't think that Randy... Do you think that she just thought the guy just came into her room and Randy hadn't really given his...
Here's what she knew was going to happen. I think it's kind of a Stockholm thing. In that situation, she's stuck. And this adult is kind of sort of taking care of her, and so she's supposed to have some kind of loyalty to him.
Well, and let's be honest, Randy was a narcissist.
Who's really good at
who was very good at telling her the manipulative stories that he needed to convince her that nope, I am the only person in the world that can really take care of you. I'm the
like
only
your
one
family
capable.
entirely abandoned you. I'm all you have.
I'm all you got. Exactly. So if you've ever dealt with anybody in narcissistic situations, they wholeheartedly, with their whole chest, they're gonna believe them because they're so manipulative,
Because
and so
they
believable.
believe it.
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
That's mostly, I have a lot of empathy for Claire, just because of that upbringing. She had probably what felt like a perfect nuclear family up until
Like age 9 or whatever.
Angel stepped in and ruined her whole life.
Right.
So I think she gets a lot of flack for being so snarky and so combative and so this and so that. But I think that she became the person that she had to take care of herself.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't disagree with the snark, and I feel maybe it was just the actress choice that she seemed almost over the top, trying too hard to be hard. Does it make sense?
Do you think it was the acting that way, or do you think that was Claire?
I feel like it was the actress's choice, but I'm not 100%. I've never seen her in anything else.
So they
I don't really have
chose
comparison.
to. I feel like Claire Novak is very different than Catherine Newton as a person.
Oh yeah.
Based on what
think
Catherine
so.
puts on her Instagram,
Yeah.
she's much more preppy and like pretty, and where Claire, I think Claire intentionally tries to make herself look as hard as she can. She's got like this like faux hawk thing going on in the dark eye makeup and all of that to make herself look tough because she is a pretty young blonde girl.
And unapproachable. She doesn't want people to, she does not want people in her space. She wants to be hyper independent because she was abandoned at a young age and she feels the need to just say, nope, everybody left me. I don't need anybody. I'm going to do life on my own. So she does. She puts up this front with the dark makeup and the braids and everything else to make herself look, A, older than she is, B, more tough, as you put it, and C, less approachable. Like, I don't want you in my space. I don't want you here.
No, I think that's a good description of her about being unapproachable. Although she did have like a tender heart too, because when she kind of fell in with that one couple and she's like, yeah, so this guy, Castiel, killed my dad, and then this other guy, Dean, killed my foster dad, and he won't stop texting me. And they're like, well, let him come. And then they were going to, like, try and kill Dean. And she's like, no. You know, she kind of stopped him.
And that's that moment that shows she is still just a child.
Right.
Right? Like, she may have this huge front and tries really hard to convince everybody that she's not. But she is. Things like that still terrify her. She doesn't want to see anybody get hurt. She doesn't want to see anybody die. She really just wants the world to leave her alone, I think.
But she puts herself in situations that...
I think she's looking for connection, though.
Yeah.
She's looking for something. And when it's offered to her with, like, Jody, she is the one who struggles the most with that transition of going from the traumatic history, because like Alex had a traumatic history, like they all did. She struggles the most with adjusting to real life, to regular life, to air quote that a little bit. And
she gets turned into
literally
a vampire in the process.
A werewolf, I think.
Werewolf, she turns into a werewolf in the process.
And I think in that is where she learns that she can't actually do everything by herself.
Yep.
And that having connections, and there are people that you can trust. And like that's her whole arc. That's the whole point of her, is like she goes through this traumatic thing. She becomes hyper independent, but she has to like relearn that it's okay to be connected to people.
Yes.
It's okay to have friends and rely on somebody else, and that people will be there for you. And do they mess up? Yes. There are times where the people that she's supposed to trust don't pull through, especially in the way that she expects. But I think that's her whole arc is learning to trust again.
Well, that's what I mean. Like in the beginning, in that space, when in that moment where they were going to off Dean, like that's when she has this realization that she just wants the world to leave her alone, because that's where she's at that point. She's at the beginning of her journey
by herself.
Yes,
and she does that so many times.
You know, it's so interesting that I had not actually put this together, that the first two girls that come to stay with Jody are Alex, Annie, Alexis, whatever her real name was, got turned into a vampire.
Yep.
And then Claire got turned into a werewolf. I guess I had never really thought about the dynamic of the two of them actually getting turned into monsters. And then Jody.
Yeah.
Interestingly, to piggyback on that, in the like sort of monster world, not just in Supernatural as a show, but in the whole genre theme, werewolves and vampires are constantly butting heads.
Yeah.
I mean, Twilight that's like the whole thing, right? And so for Claire and Alex to also be butting heads and have that struggle, it just rides that trope
until they actually figure it out in that one episode when Alex has the boyfriend who is actually a part of the vampire that was part of the coven or whatever that she was. Not coven, that's witches. What's the vampire thing?
Nest.
Thank you. I say it every time. I can never remember it. Nest is a hard word. Anyhow, she's part of that. And then she and Claire kind of become friends, like get an understanding together. I think that we eventually will do an episode about Wayward Sisters, and then we'll talk about Patience, and we'll talk about Kaya and everything. But I think another thing that kind of bumped for me that I didn't think really tracked was that Claire and Kaya had one conversation, and then Kaya was the love of her life. I mean, I understand with teenagers, they can fall in and out of love from third period to sixth period in high school or junior high or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like that was kind of forced.
Yeah, I get that, because when I first watched it, I was like, I understand that they could have a bond. They saw themselves in each other.
Yes.
Having to be independent and take care of each other. But it like never occurred to me that there was like a romance thing until
Jody says it.
Jody says something, and I was like,
seasons later.
oh, okay.
That's what it is with your first love. And I'm like, yeah. They had one conversation. I don't know. I just seemed like, I feel like they were just trying to put that in for, just to put it in.
Now because this part of the season is blurry to me, only because in my own personal rewatch, I'm coming back up to that, and I haven't quite reached that again yet. So, how possible do you think it actually was like a true love, or was that Jody sort of projecting what she thought she was seeing onto that? Because I don't ever remember Claire, like, declaring.
Saying,
you know what I mean?
Claire, declare. So I think that I feel like Claire must have said something to her, because she was like, I can't let her know that we're going to go after Kaya. I can't let her know that Kaya's still alive in case it doesn't work out. I don't want her to get hurt again.
Right.
So Claire must have
said something at some point.
Said something or acted in some way that Jody picked up on. I don't feel like Jody is a person that would just project things and just,
right.
I just feel like something was said. I mean, she was a police officer, so she could
She's very
pick up
intuitive.
on those things.
Yeah,
so that's my
very
guess.
intuitive.
Then it was like, when they did get Kaya's like, is Claire going to be there? So...
I love your
know.
impression of Kaya.
Kaya in no way ever sounds like a weakling. Oh my gosh.
Dark Kaya doesn't, but the Kaya did a little bit. Yeah. And, she's Miss Mary Mac. Yeah, she sounded pretty. I mean, she survived, but we're not talking about Wayward Sisters. We're talking about Claire. Yeah. Oh, Claire.
I definitely think Claire and Kaya had a bond. There was definitely something.
And maybe it would have developed, but just to say from one conversation, first love, big love of her life, it just seemed like pushing something.
And I think that is another one of those, I catch things that I didn't catch before. Every time I rewatch it, you see something else that you didn't see before.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like, I'll go into a rewatch going, this is a popular fan view I haven't thought about. Let me try to see if I notice that.
Yeah.
Or where somebody might pick up on that in the show. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that there were lots of people who, like, the very first watch through were like, Claire loves Kaya. Like, this is a thing.
Right.
Maybe.
And it's just not something that I personally picked up on. I think it's similar to, like, Dean and Joe being a thing or not being a thing. It really just depends on if you pick up on something.
They had chemistry. Dean and Joe did.
They did, but it was creepy as y'all get. Okay,
we're not going to talk about Dean.
We're not going to get into that.
We'll put it.
I thought it was particularly cool on the Supernatural Wiki. They have a quote from each character on that character's page, and the quote for Claire is, "I kill monsters. That's who the hell I am." Mm-hmm. I thought that was a great quote from her because I think that Claire spends pretty much every time we see her, like, she is just out there trying to figure out who she is. Mm-hmm. Because she hasn't had a family to raise her so that she has that, like, connection. She's trying to figure out who she is. And she can't go back to living an apple pie life because from her childhood, she's been traumatized by monsters.
Yeah. But she also found monsters where there weren't monsters, too. Like, didn't she kill the neighbor dog or something because she thought it was a werewolf? I mean,
something
like,
yeah.
You know? So she tried too hard, which I had said before. But like I said, with each rewatch, I have gained more empathy for her. Mm-hmm. My first watch through, I didn't like her at all. Mm-hmm. But I have gained more. I don't like the way she says, Jody. I don't know. It's something about her voice. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I just didn't. Sorry, Catherine Newton. I'm sure you're a lovely person. I just didn't. I don't know. It was a little grating, I guess, to me.
Catherine Newton was in a movie not too long ago called Lisa Frankenstein. Did you hear about this? Did anybody watch it?
No, but wasn't she in the other... Oh, no, that wasn't Catherine Newton. I might be getting actresses mixed up in the other vampire movie, the Vampire Ballerina movie.
What?
No, legitimately. Because there's, like, a group of, like, 5... I don't know if you would call them, like, street rat kind of people. Like, they don't know each other, but they're hired by this guy to kidnap a girl. And their task is that they have to keep her in this house, like, overnight, and then he will come pick her up in the morning and pay them for kidnapping her, except she's actually a vampire, and they have to try to survive the night with this, like, vampire that has a ballerina outfit on. And I think she was in... And if it wasn't Catherine Newton...
That sounds like a fever dream.
It basically is, I'm pretty sure. If it wasn't Catherine Newton, then it was the girl who played Mary Winchester.
Okay.
Meg Donnelly.
Now I'm going to look it up. Hold on.
So Lisa Frankenstein, she plays this misunderstood teenager who somehow gets acquainted with a reanimated Victorian corpse. And they go on, this is literally reading from Google, embark on a murderous journey together to find love, happiness, and a few missing body parts. It sounds like
it was her. It was Catherine Newton, and the movie was called Abigail. It was 2024.
I've literally never heard of it.
I've heard of Abigail.
Yes.
But I did not know it was a ballerina vampire.
Well, like, here's the...
That's hilarious.
That's the cover photo is, like, her little ballerina dress, and the end's covered in blood.
I'd never heard of this.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You can watch it on Amazon Prime.
Apparently, she did that, and she did Lisa Frankenstein. Like, both of those came out in 2024, so fun times. Lisa Frankenstein's only
into typecasting, I think.
Right, yeah.
Monster.
She keeps fighting monsters no matter where she goes, or falling in love with them.
Maybe she was she the vampire ballerina?
She was not. She was fighting
one of the.
Okay, all right.
She was fighting Abigail.
Okay,
maybe she is.
I know this is about. I know we're talking about.
But
Catherine Newton and Claire here. Yeah. But I also love the fact, can I just stick in, that Meg Donnelly was a lover of a zombie, and then she became Mary Winchester, and she fought monsters, and now she's back in the zombie verse again.
Meg Donnelly was in the Disney zombie movie.
The zombie movie.
Right, I knew that.
Yeah.
And I love it so much.
Because she's back in that again? They're making another one of those?
They did make it. There's a fourth one. They just made it. It was released, but they kind of, like, made it and then passed the baton on to a new cast. So I think she's, like, executive producers and stuff.
Well, I knew that.
She's getting a little old to play a high schooler.
Well, yeah, because she graduated high school. They're in college now.
Well, they'll have, like, 30-year-olds play high schoolers.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever watched One Tree Hill?
I have not.
Yeah. They were not young. Well, I knew about the zombie movie mostly because Jensen took his daughter to the premiere of when he was, like, with the Winchesters. So, yeah.
So, since you brought Jensen up, what do we feel about Claire and Dean's...
love him. Oh, sorry.
Claire, yes, we know you love Claire and Dean's relationship. I feel like that's
cute.
something that became kind of important and we saw a lot of.
Yes. What I love about Claire and Dean is that they tried to force well, not they, Castiel kind of tried to force this father-daughter relationship with Claire for the longest time, but that was never going to work. It couldn't. And Claire, of course, in this whole leave me alone world, I don't need anybody, hyper-independence, in swoops Dean, and Dean has absolutely zero interest in being a father figure to anyone, I think.
I disagree with that.
Dean
adopted everybody.
He adopted. I have to agree. He
the
adopted
thing.
every
Hold on.
kid.
I'm going to clarify what I mean by that. Does he adopt people into his family constantly? Because he innately is a father figure. His brain doesn't want to be a father figure because he thinks he's going to screw everybody up around him. Right? But he is innately that father figure, which is where he kind of steps into that role for Claire. And it's still a strained relationship. It is not perfect, but he comes, I think, the closest to being a father figure for her, despite the fact that neither one of them mentally wanted that to be.
I think
right?
that Dean and Claire are very similar people.
They are. They're look.
I don't like it when people say she's like the female version of Dean.
I wouldn't go
like
that
that.
far,
No,
but
not
I
that.
think that they can relate.
Oh, a lot, yeah, because, I mean, we were talking about it earlier, how about Claire is, I kill monsters. That's who I am. Mm-hmm. And there's, obviously, the show kind of tries to dichotomize that there's two different people who are exposed to that monster world at a young age. We have our Deans of the world who embrace it and say, nope, this is my life, this is what I need to do, this is important. And then we have the Sams of the world who try, and Marys who try, nope, I need to have a normal life, I don't want this, and they try to push themselves as far away from it. They all come back to it in the end anyway, so it's kind of inevitable. But there's those two different mindsets, and Claire definitely embodied the same mindset eventually that Dean had about it. Just
She had a
feel
rough
called
road
this.
to get there.
She did. Well, so did Dean.
Yeah,
but
in different
ways.
ways. Yeah.
Right. Like, she came to it because she felt like that was the only thing she might be able to identify herself with and contribute to the world, I think. Whereas Dean was raised to be the good little soldier who follows daddy's orders.
No, do you think, maybe I'm psychoanalyzing, do you think that Claire's monster hunting was her way of trying to get revenge on monsters taking her family away?
Oh, 1,000%. I don't think you're psychoanalyzing at all. I think that's why half the hunters do it. I mean, do you not remember the whole episode?
Gordon Walker.
Yes, exactly.
You can go batshit.
Exactly.
Or you can maybe be a little more sane about it. They all have to be a little bit crazy, obviously.
Yeah. I don't think there's any psychoanalyzing about that. I think that's...
Revenge is a motivator for a lot of hunters.
Revenge is a motivator for a lot of hunters. John Winchester.
That's the whole reason we're here.
I don't know. I just didn't think she was the problem was, because she was such a loner, she needed training. She needed a Bobby in her life, and she would not embrace that. She would not accept that. She did not pursue that. She ran away from anybody that wanted to help her.
Any kind of connection.
Jody wanted to help her, and she's like, well, Jody really won't let me, when Jody and I go hunting, she just makes me wait in the car type of situation, Mm-hmm. I guess she became a hunter, it was almost too much. It was just so forced to me. It just felt like it was just too much. That maybe it is because of Cass taking her dad, and that's why she wanted to become a hunter.
Cass took her dad. She got
and then
possessed.
her mom got
taken by demons.
Was it demons? It was
Was
almost
it a demon or a
djinn?
djinn? I think it was a djinn.
Because wasn't it feeding on her?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, she went through a lot. But a demon did possess her mom, because like when Jimmy was like, leave me alone. And
oh no, it was a Grigori.
Yeah, there we go. Which I wonder if
she was being used as a food source, but so Jen and Grigori very similar, but it was a Grigori using her for a food source.
But didn't it give her like the ideal life? Because wasn't she dreaming that Jimmy came home? Like, wasn't she in that
kind of? I mean, she had that dream on repeat though,
right?
But it also always ended with him either leaving again or dying or some sort. Like, it was kind of a
parallel of what happened. Yeah.
Exactly. So it was just on repeat. So it wasn't really like, she wasn't living a dream life. She was, because in the Jinn, you know, induced coma, they are like living a life, right?
But that's like 95% ideal.
Correct.
So hers was just like a
repeating dream. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it was the same scenario over and over and over and over again.
But without any kind of training, without any lore book or what, how would she even know how to go and look for monsters? Like, how did she know?
Well, that's how she ended up killing the neighbor's dog.
Right. Because she didn't know. She needed
okay.
Dean. She needed
Have
Sam.
you met teenagers? They think they know everything.
Never met one.
I'm sure she picked up stuff here and there and was like, I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'm just going to do it. I know enough that I'm going to do this. And then she probably learned the hard way.
If Sam and Dean weren't a part of her life, she would have become a werewolf. She would have died many, many times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
liked the mini golf scene, you know.
That was fun.
It was cute.
I like how she calls him Hasselhoff.
I know. Yeah. I've been sitting here for like 5 minutes thinking, eat it, Hasselhoff.
No, eat me, Hasselhoff.
Or the fact that she calls Dean an old man.
Yeah.
Well, so does
Chrissy.
Chrissy
did too. Yeah.
Chrissy did, and there's also the scene with
fill in the blank, folks.
Hold on,
it's right there.
There. I feel Jack. Jesus goodness.
Oh, yes.
Jack, when they'd have that whole like banter scene in the bookstore.
In the library.
Was it a library? I remember it was a library.
It was the library.
It was a library. Yeah. He's like, why don't you back off, old man?
Yeah.
And he like genuinely looks offended.
Dean is like, excuse me.
I can't believe he called him old man.
Excuse you.
That's good.
Yeah.
The amount of times that Dean gets called old man.
Yeah.
And when you're that age, as we are approaching that age, it kind of stings.
It does.
He also gets called Ken a lot.
Like a Ken doll?
Mm-hmm.
We can just call him Daddy. It's fine.
No, that's so gross. I hate that.
She just said that to get your reaction. Oh my gosh, Jen.
I know you did.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Kind of like when I was going to get a picture with him. And I asked Dawn's husband if he wanted to be in it instead of you.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Anyhow.
These two dig at each other.
It's fun.
We dig each other too, man.
Yeah.
It's a Jennifer thing.
It is.
It is. We're just fun. That's just who we are.
You know, I've come to have a couple of close friends named Jennifer.
Awesome. All right, so I guess you guys liked Claire immediately. Like, you didn't have any negative feelings towards her at all when you first met her. You just liked her.
I liked her from the beginning, and I think it's because I like Dean, and I saw a lot of Dean in Claire right from the beginning.
I just had a lot of empathy for her.
Empathy. Well, yeah, obviously. I can relate to Claire a lot. Not that I've, lost my parents to an angel at 9 years old or anything like that.
You got turned into a werewolf one time?
No. But, just that whole, black sheep kind of vibe. So I guess I always related to her in that way. So I had a lot of empathy for her character early on.
Like I said, I think it was because I binged it so quickly. And so I saw all of her negative, snarky, annoying stuff, all together, rather than
spaced out like it was intended to be on the CW.
Jenny's just like, ugh, this annoying kid is back.
Exactly.
With her annoying angel dad.
And then she said, Jody. Yeah, I just did not like it. Oh, yeah.
I mean, she embodies...
Doesn't matter how many times I watch it, I have not changed my feelings about Castiel.
There's your quota for mentioning Cass.
There you go.
In every episode.
I don't mention him. You brought it up. You just said her name,
Angel
annoying angel dad.
Yeah, you're the one that brought it up.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Maybe I'm trying to trigger you. Whatever.
I'm triggered. Like a honey badger.
Oh, my God.
She's snarling, you guys. There's foam.
Yeah.
That's staying in.
You're welcome.
Oh, my God.
Oh, goodness. Okay, well, I mean, Claire does embody the trope of a rebellious, annoying AF teenager.
Oh, sure.
Like,
Absolutely.
there's no denying it.
Yeah.
They gave her that trope. So, I mean, understandably, I know a lot of people were frustrated with Claire's character, did not like her. And I know there was a lot of people that were like that, and I'm just like, I have a lot of grace for her as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, with each rewatch, I have a little bit more empathy for her, and I guess I'm a little more ambivalent. Was she a character that was necessary to push the story forward? I don't know that she needed to show up in as many episodes as she did, and it was fine. But I just don't know that she was necessary.
7 was too many.
Yeah. Yeah, when you think about it, when we get somebody like Matt Cohen, he's only in 3.
I need more Matt Cohen.
Yeah. And Adam
He's
Rose.
fantastic.
Adam Rose was only in 2. You know.
I'm telling you. Though.
But Adam Rose's dad wasn't possessed by an angel.
Did you know Adam Rose's dad? You did not.
I know the plot of the show a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
A little bit,
There's
anyway.
people that could have been on the show more.
That you liked more.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, Jenny was never one of the writers of this show.
I know,
so.
they really missed out. They should have been knocking on my door to ask what I wanted.
Excellent. Do y'all want to rate your Sex on the Beach?
Absolutely.
I would like to rate this drink. I just think, because I would think that if we're rating Sex on the Beach, you're just going to say you're going to find sand in orifices that you don't want to find sand. But if you're going to rate this drink, that's different.
Let's rate the drink part.
Okay. It's fine.
So super easy to make.
It was super easy.
I'm just going to mark
Full swig.
1 for all of us on that.
Yep.
Yes.
Do we think... So I think the mocktail that you suggested, first of all, just to jump to that.
It's a mocktail available.
It is very mocktailable. We may have recorded an episode before this one. Don't worry about it.
We're good. Everything's fine now.
How do we like the taste on it?
Well, Jen
I finished mine.
hoovered hers down.
It is
so
a,
she liked
it's
it.
a full swig.
Yeah.
And I don't even like cranberry juice that much. So that's a full swig.
Okay.
I think that I would have preferred actually a little bit more cranberry juice in mine.
Versus orange. Okay.
Yeah,
Just a little
but I
bit of
like
more of a bite to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it. I would give it a full swig.
Okay, yeah. This is definitely one of those cocktails that, like, the intention is to consume alcohol and not taste it.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
1,000%.
100%. Yeah.
And so on that front, full swig.
Although mine probably tastes a little different too because mine's rum and not vodka.
Yeah, which is going to be a little bit different. But, like, for somebody like Claire who's young
Yep.
and they want to order something that sounds grown up, like
Yeah.
you said,
Yep.
Sex on the Beach.
Or to
Yeah, so I think it fits her.
or to make
one
Dean raise
also.
eyes at her because he can't stand to hear her say the word sex.
Yeah. Yep.
He's like, you're never doing that, right?
Not a thing.
We can't talk about it. We shouldn't be doing it.
Don't you think so, boys? And they're like, I would rather be in a den of vampires right now.
Yeah. When we get to the Wayward Sisters, we'll cover that whole scene, which was awesome.
I can't wait for
Excellent.
that episode.
Yeah.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us, Jen.
Thank you for
on
having
Friendship
me.
Day.
Yay! Huzzah.
We just give so much in this podcast, you know. We're just givers. We just do a little ditty. We do a little dance. If you had the video going, you'd have seen the jig that they just did for Friendship Day.
Best friends. Jen's gonna actually stand up and do a little thing, like your teenager, like your actual teenage son does. That's
He does it all the time.
It's so good.
Hilarious. All right.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah, please come back.
Jenny is not always this floopy in every episode.
If you're a listener and you're not following us on TikTok, you should go to TikTok and put in the comments that people should be listeners.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Did you follow that?
Instagram and Facebook, and rate us. Please rate us on Spotify and Apple
Wherever
Music,
it is
and
that you
wherever
listen
you're
to us.
streaming, give us a rating. A good rating is preferable.
It would be more effective if you saw the hand motions
I know,
and
there's
gestures
a lot
that
of,
are
like,
going with the
switching.
suggestions.
Back and forth, some pointing,
We're very Italian right
arms waving.
now. All right. Let's end this nightmare. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great life in case we don't see you again.